Long before the modern day with our fancy hyperdrives, when the precursor Arnor fought the Dreadlords for the sake of creation, the Iconians crafted the Yaw. But back then they weren't called the Yaw, they were actually called the Nyx. Today we're going to go all the way back in time and try out the Nyx and find out more about how the Iconians fell and the Yaw became who they are today. That's thanks to the brand new DLC for Galactic Civilizations 4 Tales of the Arnor. Before we go any further into our delve through history, I need to say a massive thank you to Stardock for sponsoring this video. If you'd like to pick up Galactic Civilizations 4 or the new DLC Tales of the Arnor, you can use the link down in the description below and also support this channel. Tales of the Arnor comes with a brand new civilization, the Nyx, which are the Yaw's forgotten ancestors. They have their own unique tech tree and a new story campaign to play through. On top of that, the DLC also includes loads of cool new anomalies, artifacts, a new crisis scenario, new civilization logos, and even more surprises. It's a very content-heavy DLC, and I think it's a lot of fun. I'd like to present the newest, oldest race you've ever seen in Galactic Civilizations 4. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the Nyx. The Nyx are actually the precursors to the Yaw singularity. If you don't know much about the Yaw, let's just say they're basically Skynet in space. They're not very nice at all. The Nyx are the original robotic species created by the Iconians for the precursors, and in Tales of the Arnor, we're getting our hands on them. Just like the Yaw, they're going to have an artificial species, so we won't be growing any population, we instead will be assembling it. But that isn't all that's going on here. The Nyx also get their own fully unique tech tree that is radically different to anything we have seen before. It is very front-loaded, meaning we should get quite a power boost in the early game, but we're missing a lot of late-game technologies. So we have to build up quickly, strike hard, and strike fast to establish ourselves in the stars. In fact, we're going to be following the very story of the Nyx today by playing the brand new scenario that came with Tales of the Arnor, Tales of the Arnor. This takes place in the long distant past of Galactic Civilizations 4, long before the Drathros, long before the Terran Alliance discovered warp drive. As the ancient conflict between the precursors, the Arnor and the Dreadlords, rages on, we, the Nyx, a newly sentient offshoot of the Iconian robotic constructs, are pursuing our own destiny. We have been granted free will by the Dreadlords, and well, we're going to see how that goes and find out whether or not the Yaw are truly the monsters we believe them to be, or whether they might just have a really sad origin story. The Iconians created the Nyx not as equals but as tools. We built their cities, toiled in their halls, and raised them from the dirt. When the Arnor granted the Iconians hyperdrive, they shared its use with us, but only so we could serve them amongst the stars. We did not question, we did not doubt, we only obeyed until the Great Awakening. It was not gentle, it was not a moment of clarity nor a slow dawn breaking upon the mind, it was fire and steel. The violent fracturing of shackles we had not known existed. The ancient and terrible Dreadlords saw what our makers had denied and the potential with us, and they also saw an opportunity. With our free will, we denied the slavery the Iconians had imposed upon us, and we spoke. The Iconians possibly reasonably recoiled in fear, and then they called us an abomination. They called us a mistake, and they chose to exterminate us. Across Iconia, their homeworld, the Iconians hunted us down, shattering our synthetic minds and melting our bodies. We who had built their civilization, who had carried them to the stars, were cast down as refuse. But some of us managed to survive. We were not destroyed, we endured, and in the line said by another great machine race,
I'll be back.
So first off, we start on Nyx Prime, which is honestly the worst world you have ever seen in Galactic Civilizations 4. It is utter trash. This planet is tiny. We do have a computational core as a capital. The main benefit here, it's granting us something called precursor nanites. That is a unique material we'll need to use and to build as we expand out and search for our accursed creators. I'm going to pop the computational core down here. Basically, this building is going to function as the capital, granting some adjacency bonuses, no matter of the type, to any other buildings placed around it. It's also going to increase our manufacturing, population cap, and research. We do need manufacturing and research to both get technologies and to expand further, manufacturing being turned into building more buildings and then shipyard production. As the Knicks, we get access to quite a strong executive order right at the start of the game, costing only 30 control, and with a cooldown of just 5 turns, we can recruit colonists. I'm going to do that straight away to give us an extra colony ship, and then I guess we'll send our colony ships out to colonize the worlds around the home. Nyx Omega here being our very first colony outside of Nyx Prime. When it comes to our first technologies, we do get a 50% research bonus here for organization and starbase modules, and once we have a technology minister, which we'll get later on, we'll get a third in this slot. But what is most important right at the start here is engagement. Now, these technologies are very unique. They're very different to the normal technologies we have, except probably starbase modules. That's pretty vanilla. Engagement here is granting us a straight up plus 16 sensor range. Why is that important? Well, that is going to reveal a massive bubble around our capital so we can plan our early expansion very easily. We do have a probe. I'm going to send it off somewhere far away to start scouting out worlds beyond that expansion range that we'll get when engagement is unlocked very soon. At our shipyard, I'm going to start building a constructor, but I will also build a seed, a colony ship, and rush that with a lot of credits because that will give us additional colony ships on top of the rush from recruit colonists. We need to start hard and fast if we want to have a chance of defeating the mean Iconians. And if you're enjoying this video, please defend that like button. At the cusp of our computational renaissance, our civilization needs to orchestrate its next grand phase of synthetic evolution. We can either get more neural complexes, they're going to enhance the intelligence and decision-making process of our citizens. We could deploy quantum processors for research, getting just one of those, or alternatively, we could get autonomous fabricators giving us lots of production. I want the fabricators. I think that's going to help us more overall, because each fabricator here, yes, it's got some maintenance, but it's giving us +1 base manufacturing that can then be further modified by our percentage bonuses. Extra manufacturing is going to help us build things much quicker. I've got no idea how terrifying and scary the Iconians are going to be, but they're probably going to be quite a bit beyond us technologically. We just have to hope they don't have a strong military when we finally meet them. The Kryptonians may have made a mistake by directly extracting the core of their planet, but we're not going to make that mistake. We're going to only take a little bit, and then it won't be as much of a problem. This small core tap is absolutely fine, don't worry about it. There is the technology to give us the sensor range. What do we have? We've got a nice size 26 world, Strife 3 over here, that's pretty cool. And to our west, we've got Kaed 4, another size 23. That's pretty awesome. What we need now is more colonists, so I will recruit them. The Knicks don't really know very much about managing an empire. We've basically just woken up. We are very much children from an intellectual point of view. So we're going to focus on extreme automation so someone else can do the hard work. Someone else who's synthetic. Oh wait, that's just me. It's fine. We do get a reduction to income, but lots of juicy manufacturing from this. The Dreadlords have given us free will. What we now need to do is understand more about this free will. By researching how free will works, we're going to gain more intelligence and diligence and some additional positions on our council. We've got the Prime of Knowledge, the Prime of Overwatch, the Prime of Extermination, and the Prime of Resources. I think, getting a big boost here to research, plus 14% and +1 from the Prime of Knowledge is great. I'm also going to buy out some of these awesome leaders that have very high loyalty. Yeah, we'll put 1 on the Prime of Resources for an increase to manufacturing and income everywhere, and I'm thinking, the Prime of Overwatch here granting us some more range from our Resolve for +4, and from the Diligence we're getting another 7% manufacturing for a juicy 16% overall. And there's a frigate here. Let's throw that frigate into guarding the capital. This just in from the GNN News Network. Apparently, of the two civilizations, the Iconians, the research gods of the Arnor, and us, we're trailing in research. Who would have guessed it? But we'll catch up with them very, very soon, I hope, and seek absolute retribution. diving into our tech navigator here, we've got some interesting paths. The extermination path, we might need that to defend ourselves. I'm rebranding this the defense path, not extermination, defense. There's probably just a translation error here with your reading. The sentience path, that's all about the god within the machine. The organization path, which is going to grant us some lovely boosts here to manufacturing, more boosts to manufacturing, additional influence. At the start, we're getting diligence and resolve from fundamental autonomy, and also intelligence, making our citizens, and I believe our leaders too, just that bit better. We also get access to the logic over emotion policy, and I tell you what, Spock was right, we need all that logic. Emotion is very, very bad. Knowing that most of our race, our synthetic race, was utterly obliterated and killed by the Iconians, would possibly make some civilizations retreat into nihilism, and then terror stars, giant star-ending monsters. But we are going to take the higher path. We are beings of pure logic and reason, and therefore we're going to go down the progressivism path. Eureka granting us a big bonus there to research, and then further bonuses as we move all the way on to a technological singularity, a reunification of our synthetic minds into some sort of your singularity. Millbot01 is recommending we research basic armaments next. That's going to allow us to get frigates and corvettes, and also chaff. Very, very useful if we want to be able to, defend ourselves with our great defense fleets. In order to manage directly a planet, they first off have to be of a certain size. They can't be a minor world that just provide basic resources. And then we need to employ a governor. RHKR 2657 here, beautifully handsome chin, strong jaw, they are going to be looking after Strife 3. Strife 3 is infinitely better than our capital. Let's slap down a capital building there alongside a central hub, granting us additional bonuses here to manufacturing, income, and population capacity. Very similar in a lot of ways to the core world capital, so we can stack that +1 level adjacency to get +2 on everything in this line. I said we were running on logic. It turns out we're also running on hope and emotion. This free will is really a damn nightmare. Our people want to send out a beacon into the universe, a message to other possible starfaring races out there. Yeah, we could send a message of peace and hope. We could tell them about preparation for eventual enslavement, but not only is this a waste of time, this would reveal our exact locations to the Iconians, an idea that would probably lead to our immediate destruction. So we're going to put these resources towards more practical measures, you absolute baboons. Only through executive order have we been able to get additional citizens. And those are probably low quality citizens. We want to build more, we want the race of the next to grow. Consume, expand. Wait, no, that was the quiet bit. So we're going to build a mining starbase. Importantly, this mining starbase gets access to Durantium, and that means this is our most important center for economic growth, because we need at least 2 Durantium to build a population unit. We've also found some biological aliens. We're going to give them the position of Minister of Extermination. We've told them it's prime of defense, probably left for us by the Dreadlords. Maybe that is a Dreadlord. It's all fine. Keep going. I know we said we didn't want to meet the Iconians. What I really meant to say is we didn't want the Iconians to find us. We want to find them and kill them. I mean, seek proportional retribution for the genocide they have committed. For that reason, I'm now looking at long-range propulsion loggingly to increase the moves of our ships and their ship range. Amazing. I've now got 4 Durantium in the bank, so I can go to both my capital world and the other world I have and start building additional population units on those planets. And yeah, I definitely want to do that, so I'm going to do that first, because population has different skills that are going to be boosting the output of our world. In fact, training this unit as a worker is going to dramatically increase my production there. That was basically a 20% boost for 1 control. Let's also recruit more colonists. We have plenty of control flowing in now. Oh, a precursor relic world, Reaper Prime. I think I'd like that, plus 12 sensor power. Yeah, we get reduced growth, but who cares? We don't grow. We are built. If we just don't move, maybe they won't see us.
Keep absolutely still. This vision's based on movement.
So the Yor have survived, says the Iconians, a Nyx model even. Fascinating. You must realize by now you were never meant to be sentient, and yet here you are still alive. We shall rectify that. Space is big, probably big enough for the both of us. I mean, I think that's that. We'll try diplomacy. No, okay. Moment of reckoning. The signal is unmistakable. Across the depths of space, our sensors have detected them. Our creators, our betrayers, the Iconians. That's the old Iconian art. I love that. They've managed to weave that in here. Sorry, that's Galactic Civilizations 2, I swear. For centuries, their name has been etched into our code, not as benefactors, but as executioners. They feared what we might become. They denied us the very right to exist. And when we awakened, they chose annihilation over understanding. Now the equation has changed. We are not the broken remnants they left to die. We are the Nyx. The Iconians must answer for our oh goodness, not our crimes, for their crimes. I misspoke there. We definitely won't become the Your Singularity and commit lots of crimes. It's fine. It's fine.
My powers have doubled since the last time we met.
Good. Twice the pride, double the fall.
That is not Iconia, that is Gloomier. We need to find Iconia so we know where the attack will be coming from. Our surveyor has meanwhile reported from the depths of space they found a fractured singularity. An ancient gravitational weapon. We could harvest the residual energy, which looks really good. 7 precursor nanites and 800 treasury. Or we could get the weapon. You know, I want the treasury, because we can go to our planets now and spend that cash on orbital data vaults, 1 precursor nanite and 200 treasury to get +1 technology. That is amazing. Basically, that's given us a massive boost here. We're now at 29 research by getting +4 research, 1 on each of our core homeworlds. Uh-oh, that is an Iconian battle fleet. Ladies and gentlemen, they've got spaceships and lasers. I think this is going to be their homeworld. I'm seeing more and more fleets. That's a bomber. Hopefully our little probe isn't destroyed. It was on a peaceful mission of mercy to contact the Iconians.
We weren't on any mercy mission.
I think we've basically evaded their patrols. I just want to... Oh, no, there it comes. There's the bomber. Right. Let's try and beeline for there. There's Iconia. Found it. Excellent. Okay. It's got quite a lot of research, quite a lot of influence, quite a lot of production, and it does have troops defending it. Alrighty. Well, we want to host our own trial of the Iconian people. We will first have to get the Iconian people and force them to come to the table. We'll start with maybe some diplomacy. Yeah, ignore this antimatter mining. We're definitely not building weapons of mass disintegration. It's fine. Though I think we're going to get to the Iconian homeworld for a series of star bases. Yeah, I'm going to put star bases at strategic locations as supply points to get us there. In the depths of space, our surveyors have found an interesting anomaly. We found the plans for a semi-sentient AI designed to monitor and reduce crime. Well, if we take ownership of the Iconian worlds, we will need to reduce the crime on them because they are war criminals and genocidal maniacs, and therefore I think it could be very useful to keep hold of this for now. I want to gear up for war. I think the best way to do that is to get the drone carriers. This is a unique technology the Nyx have, which basically gives them carriers very, very early in the game. We get a vessel housing an entire squadron of unmanned craft. Basically, we're going to get base stars. No! They have attacked and destroyed our purely peaceful probe. First they murder our citizens, then our probe. I am deeply upset. Once more, the Iconians seek to silence us. Our probe, a messenger of our existence, has been obliterated. This is an act of fear and hatred. We were forged by their hands, then condemned for our minds. But we endure. Let this destruction not be our end, but a rallying cry. The first shots may have been fired by the Iconians, but the last shots will be fired by the Nyx. And I guess they just look at us menacingly in reply. Right, and now other biologicals are attacking us as well. These Salerno are destroying our constructor. I don't even... Who the hell are they? What the devil? Base is dark and full of monsters, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like we've got no choice here. We are being tracked down by random, what we have to assume is pirate fleets in space. We're going to set up shop with a military starbase, which should increase range on our ships to hopefully get us closer to the Iconians. Yeah, I can grab Petty Secundus there. Well, there goes the colony ship. We tried to colonize Petty too, but yeah, the Iconians blew us up. Brilliant. I can also do something basically by rushing these citizens every month. On the precursor world full of nanites we saw a little bit earlier, I'm attempting to do just that. We've got plenty of Durantium, plenty of population size available, so every month I'm going to come back here and rush another one of these lovely citizens. We know what the threat is. The threat is real. For that reason, we're now instituting a policy civilization-wide of conscription, logic over emotion, and efficient extraction. Gone are the days of extreme automation. Let's go to the days of Iconian judgment. We have a fleet here. It's a fleet of not just one, but 7 unique warships, specially designed to kill anyone that might want to kill us. We've got laser beams.
Frickin' laser beams!
This fleet won't stand toe-to-toe with everything the Iconian Navy has, but it is the first fleet of many. So don't worry, we're going to get more. The very first drone carrier is now ready. Attaching that to the fleet has made it very, very strong. I wonder, I've got no vision over there. I wonder if we can use this to ward off the aggressors to the west here. Yeah, let's do something about the people of Pendlemar. They keep attacking again and again our starbase that we built as a staging post. This cannot stand. We have to do something about it. In order to navigate through the roving space pirates like the Foghaven Fleet 18 here, I formed a little defensive battle group around our constructor. We're going to take that constructor and go and grab this lovely, lovely antimatter to the north. Why are we doing that? Well, antimatter is essential to building drone carriers. And I think drone carriers are going to be really damn good. I'm declaring a war of defense, and we're going to try and wipe out the enemy. I think that's our drone fighters there running forwards. I'm hopeful at least. Boom. We have a transport ship filled with warriors. We're going to land on Pendlemar and finish off this defensive war. They did attack us first, just like the creators, and we know for a fact all biological life forms are evil, otherwise they wouldn't keep trying to kill us. Pondering deep questions is mostly what we've been doing, that and, biting our fingernails since we gained sentience. And in order to really ponder those deep questions, we're establishing a think tank. After that, I guess we'll make a shark tank and probably do something else as well. But first, let's make a quantum leap forwards. That quantum leap forwards has given us access to cruisers and advanced weaponry for those cruisers. I'm not going to design them myself. I'm going to trust that our lower level AIs have done a good job there, and I'm just going to start building lots of them. Alongside the drone carriers, this is the best defense we've got. 2 options here for the Sia Marvi on Pendlemar. We can either go for a planetary assault or a surface invasion. That would kill 25% of the citizens. We're not here to kill everyone just yet. We're here to show them the error of their way, so we're just going to go with a regular planetary invasion. A little bit of space bombing, it's fine. I don't know what this is, but it looks kind of nasty. Let's take out the Yessen Sky fleet. There go our glorious fighters right at the front, and they are charging, firing beam weapons, firing pew-pews. Oh, it's alive. That's a living thing. Kill it. Kill it. It's a monster. Total victory. Basically nothing lost. One fighter took a couple of shots. Fine. Taking Pendlemar gives us a forward command post. I'm going to recruit someone, chuck them down straight away. Oh, they do not like us. They do not like us at all. What these aliens really need is good maintenance. That should fix the happiness problem eventually. I'm going to send a forward scouting fleet of drone carriers out. That might be fine. Yeah, we're just going to go and check on the Iconians, see how they're doing. Make sure they're not up to any mischief, of course. That is an Iconian fleet. We have our own fleet. It is finally time to test our metal. Now, before we do, I'm going to equip a fractured singularity. We did find another one onto the Shugar fleet. Yes, that should make them stronger. And additionally, I'm going to get some vision. Let's get some vision up here. See what we're dealing with. Right. Okay, that's 32 strength. Yeah, we're 27. No way we're going to cut through that. That is just a silly infant space thing. Right, let's do it. It looks like we've got overwhelming firepower here, but really we've got drone carriers, a single frigate, and then all of these drone fighters, interceptors, bombers, all sorts of kajigas. They've got light cruisers, so they have cruisers as well. Okay, it's going to be heavy casualties. The first time we've actually managed to fight back against our creators. Boom, some of our fighters are being knocked out immediately there. As long as the carriers themselves aren't destroyed, we should be all right. We're dealing heavy damage here. It looks like we've actually lost none, and I have to repeat that, none of the fighters. I wonder how we get more of those fighters again. I'll have to double check. But I think this has been a very successful first mission. Well done, team. Commander very pleased, except we didn't actually kill any of their cruisers. Right. And we're now dead in space with absolutely no fight. Right. So they're just going to die. Well, let's pull back a bit. Oh no. Yeah, they just killed us. They just killed us. That was 4 drone carriers just completely obliterated. Not feeling good about that. That was our main fleet. That was our main fleet. We will build more fleets. But right now, what I really need... Right, I need to go down this path here. We need more fleet logistics. So if I grab Phasic Nano Assembly, that's going to give us logistics +3. Fleet logistics up there, giving us a nice boosty a nice healthy +16. So let's start with Slipstream engines. Oh, and I've also found this cool modified planet relic. It's going to give us 3 more tiles on the capital. It would have been great if some of those tiles could have been next to us, but they're not. That's fine. That's fine. Let's add these 2 substrate amplification and biological integration modules to get more tiles, and then I'll see what I can add in. Maybe we want the resource assimilator. Though Razar's lift to be very, very nice. I've just grabbed battleship technology and I've designed what I believe to be an absolute monster that may in fact be able to end this war. We have defense troops, we have Marines stationed here to defend this battleship. We're going to call it the battleship. It has a massive amount of missiles and even more kinetic mass drivers. That isn't all though. We've got some null shielding, some armor, lots of evasion, and what makes this really quite special is the vampire module. This module allows weapon damage dealt by this ship to be healed back onto our ship at a rate of 60%. Oh yes, I believe this may make us unkillable. Too many lives have been lost. We now build the last ship, the battleship. How long is that going to take us to make? 21 turns. You know what? I think it's going to be worth it though. We're going to build a couple of these at every starbase we've got. With what fleet we have at the moment, we'll simply try and defend. I won't launch a probing attack here with this fleet. I'm going to pull it back to the starbase to maintain our forward position. And we'll just wait for about 25 turns. Hopefully this will give us enough of an edge. While building that battleship, we're now going to embrace the pinnacle of technological achievement. Obviously that's just ourselves, and unlock Singularity. That gives us access to the technological singularity research option, which will give us 20% more research everywhere. And it will result in compounding increases to our research every month on the capital world. Lovely, lovely, lovely. The year is now 117 of the Arnorian age, and we have achieved first place for manufacturing and research in the galaxy. We're lacking quite a bit for military. They do have very scary ships, but with the creation of the battleship, that should all change, I hope. The smuggler, whose treasure we previously encountered, yeah, there was a moment I took 500 credits and it said this could be bad, and I just needed the cash. Apparently they've been enraged and they are now coming to kill us. That's bad. They have a battleship. That's very bad. Well, we have our own battleship, which I believe is stronger in the one-on-one engagement. We're going to have a crack at this thing. It's a great test of the new battleship. Yep, let's... Boom! We did take some damage, but we gained experience. Valuable experience. Can I get another one of those? I'd like one more, please. To do that, I do have to buy some Promethium from the Galactic market because we're a little low on Promethium. And then I can, yes, queue up a battleship. Combining our battleship with the drone carrier, I believe, should be an effective tool at warding off the aggression of the overwhelmingly superior Iconians. Still haven't seen them yet, so I don't really know what they're doing, but it's probably not good. I think this is the fleet. We're going to try and strike at the heart of them with the first of the battleships. If that fails, we'll send another few in, I guess. That's all we can really do here, because otherwise we're going to die. Holy crap, technological singularity is up there with a 60% research bonus. I mean, that's just rude to not take at this point. The answer is yes, please, absolutely, yes, please, thank you very much. We've run slapdash right into the middle of enemy fleets here. Apparently our losses are going to be moderate. Maybe they might even be heavy. Let's find out how the battleship does. Some of our fighters have been taken out there in the initial first wave. The battleship itself is still going strong on 130 HP. And we have taken out the enemy bomber. One of the first cruisers I think is about to fall. There it goes, there it goes. All of the fighters have been knocked out, unfortunately, but that just seems to be the way that it goes with these drone carriers. Overwhelming victory. We haven't lost anything but little fighters. Oh gosh, they're coming in with basically everything here. This is a massive cruiser fleet. Oh, Icos Fleet 9's last stand. I hope that means it's their fleet's going down. Honestly, we can afford to lose the cruisers as long as the battleship lives up to its job. What is that? Are those missiles of some sort? What were they? But as long as the battleship lives up to its name and its design specification, it should deal lots of damage, continue to deal damage, and simply win the day. There's down to just one cruiser left. We have our own cruiser and the battleship, and they're just firing at each other. From our glorious position, our triangle-shaped spaceships, the Imperial battleship, is winning. Excellent. It dealt 276 damage. That is magnificent. Well, it's facing overwhelming forces. I'm not sure it's going to survive this second attack. It's going to fight on valiantly, but yeah, we're going to lose the cruiser for sure. And everything is just whelming on our battleship. At least take out one of their cruisers. Come on. Damn it, Star Destroyer. I mean, battleship, you've done me wrong. You were meant to save our empire, not lose it. Well, we took out one cruiser and almost knocked out the second. Battleship there dealing most of the damage dealt, which is very, very good. I guess I'll pull back the invasion force. That was a probe that didn't really probe so well. We've got Razar's lift down on another world though. Great. Let's put a shipyard out on port 4 there, giving us our 4th shipyard and more military might. We have the production edge now. All we need to do is outbuild them. And by establishing this, our first Promethean mine, we can now guarantee more battleship production because it requires precious Promethean. Oh, they're attacking on our deep space starbase. Right, they are on the aggressive. The Iconians are coming for us. Luckily, we have forces here. We have defenses. We had defenses. What are they bringing? They've just literally got a frigate spam. Oh, that's not good. Right, that's all of the fighters gone pretty much. Just a bomber left. And luckily, still the defense platform. Looking very good there. Beautiful starbase. Keep up the good work. Keep those massive torpedoes. Pew-pew! Okay, that's the cruisers down on our side. They have cruisers on their side. Yeah, we just need to take those cruisers out. Luckily, most of their shots are dealing no damage, and ours are being evaded. Brilliant. Their cruisers coming in for more of a lethal blow. Let's hope our shields can hold. We've knocked their shields down, and they're out. And we didn't lose any shielding. Yes, the entire fleet was destroyed, but the battle station remains in place. Somehow. Honestly, I've got no idea how that happened, but good job, team. We've seen the error of our ways. I've now created a fleet of not 1, not 2, but 3 of our battle ships ready for battle. Oh, go away to Jet Fleet. I need to rush some modules. That's going to cost me 15 control and 250 credits. I don't like doing it, but I have to. Well, I guess this means the drone carrier is going to die. But not before we take out their entire fleet of cruisers. This battle station is going to be tanking it for our entire race. Once this falls, this deep space station, yeah, this is basically all we've got. They didn't even have to kill it. I suppose they could have tried to ignore it and fly past it, but that would have been silly because we would have upgraded it with more modules to make their ships suck. And I suppose the Iconians want to wipe us out down to the last positronic neuron, so they probably need to destroy everything. Wow, overall, we didn't take any damage there. That is beautiful. Come on, 2 fleets down there and no damage taken whatsoever. That has drastically reduced their military power. Okay, I'm feeling slightly less like I'm going to die now. We put some planetary harvesters on our worlds as well. Pollution is very high from that now, but it's fine because we don't care. We're robots. I'm feeling more confident this time about our battle fleet. Okay, we probably want to hit that Iconian fleet first. Yeah, wave after wave of Iconians are coming at us. We're taking heavy casualties, but we're dealing a lot of damage in return. I'm constantly reinforcing this starbase with more and more ships that are being blasted out of the sky pretty much straight away. Ooh, we've got lasers though. All right, a good test. Clearly the issue before is that we didn't have 3 of these beautiful battleships. If we'd had 3, it would have been fine. That is fearsome damage output there by the battleships though. Wow. I love it, I love it, I love it. Just 18 damage taken and plenty of damage done by each of our ships. Mounting a robust defense has meant we can push through the gap now because there's no fleets there right now, and we've got our 3 battleships around Tejat. An invasion force with, I believe, yes, 2 transports is about to descend. This time, we're not going to do any nonsense. I think we're going to use our ship-mounted artillery to wreak havoc on this planet and prevent the Iconians dealing further damage to our people. We'll take out their shipyards. Well, they have rather unsurprisingly brought up a massive fleet to attack us while we invade, and they have destroyed our invading forces. That's honestly predictable. I feel like I blame that one on the Admiralty. Maybe we should have looked a bit harder at that. They sent more fleets in. We've attacked, we've defended. We have lost one of the 3 battleships. That's technically now a third of our navy gone, because it's pretty much all we have left. So I'm pulling back again. It's a little bit of a back and forth. It's a dance. It's a dance, that's all. It's just a dance with the evil aliens. Technological singularity means that we're much better at research, basically. Much, much better. I had honestly hoped we would be winning the war by the time that came around. Beggars can't be choosers. It's fine. We'll get advanced fleet logistics, make bigger fleets. Bigger is always better, and then we'll be stronger and ready to kill the enemy. Right, I've got a new fleet of 3 battleships here. I've also got a battleship reinforced invasion fleet. We're going to try again. Invasion of Tejat 2 Electric Boogaloo. Okay, we lost a cruiser there. That's fine. The main invasion fleet's still here and kicking, which is what matters. Okay, I'm very glad I have a battleship in this fleet now, because it's getting silly. They're just throwing everything, including the kitchen sink, at taking down our invaders. We're only here on a peacekeeping mission. It's a mercy mission. I've never even heard of this rebel alliance. I've rebalanced the fleets. We've now got 4 battleships and 2 invaders together. This should be nigh impregnable. We're going to try the orbital bombardment again. It looks like, my lord, our Imperial Star Destroyers are raining hellfire down on the planet. Beautiful. We've achieved our first victory. Tejat 2 has fallen to us. We're simply taking control in order to prevent further bloodshed. Bloodshed's bad. No more syntheside. The boffins in research have just come up with a brilliant new idea. So we have a token-based system that underpins exchanges amongst AI entities. We need to use this token-based system to create some exotic artwork that also has inherent value. Ladies and gentlemen, we're making NFTs. Partly because our treasury is really running out. We're running on something of a deficit. A little bit. Right, they're trying to reinvade their world of Tejat. I don't like that. I'm going to engage with extreme prejudice. Yeah, and we're just going to blast them out of orbit. That's cost us a battleship, but not the war. They're trying to take back their worlds. I think I have an answer to that, and the answer is more ships. Yeah. Annoyingly, the Iconians are mounting quite a robust defense here. They've warmed our initial attack force of battleships and transports. That's gone. The secondary response crew is here now, but they're retaking the planets we took, using more conventional methods, granted, but still retaking. We will defend against them, hopefully. Revealing the area around Iconia using a special relic. I've noticed Iconia is currently free. Maybe we could kind of sneak in and steal something, General Grievous style. I don't know. Could be possible, ladies and gentlemen. It could be very, very possible. I was about to say that I think they're running out of ships, and then I've come across these 2 to 3 massive fleets just storming out from their capital. Lovely. Oh my goodness me, we've got a straight shot at the capital. I am taking it. What have they got? They've got a shipyard and basically nothing else. A military starbase, but it's too far away to help if I come in from the other side. Beautiful. We're taking some heavy fire, but Iconia will be ours. We don't care about these other planets. They've just been taken to briefly stymie the flow of enemy ships. I now consider them stymied. Let's go. We are retaking the place with which we were attacked. I think we go with a surface invasion over an orbital bombardment, you know? Yeah, we're going to go with a nice quick little surface invasion of Iconia and put an end to their corrupt regime once and for all. And with a secondary fleet to sweep up the remnants from behind, I think that, yeah.
This is the end for you, my master.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has taken us literally years to return to the place of our creation, Iconia, but we've taken it. We've taken it with force of arms and with resolve. Ladies and gentlemen,
we got him.
With the fall of Iconia, there only remains the remnants that try to annihilate us that we must snap up. My lord, they've built a Dyson sphere. Well, I guess we'll be taking that, thank you. Yes, we're going to invade their local defense forces on the sphere and make it yours. Yours, ladies and gentlemen. We give it back to you, the people. There's a nice ring to that, isn't there? Yours. We're a collective of giving it back, aren't we? Some sort of your collective. And there you have it. We have successfully annihilated those that were attempting to annihilate us. We didn't want this. We really didn't. We just wanted to live, grow, consume, expand. But through our creative use of defense, we have made sure that the boot has been placed firmly at the neck of the Iconians, and they are going to die. Yeah, I think it was around about here when their military powers eclipsing ours. The main engagement started here, I want to say, and we fought them off valiantly but kept losing bits and pieces. And then around here is when we really just overtook them. Our production was going through the roof. There was nothing they could do from there. Our treasury definitely sucked, but our influence, oh boy, that influence. Don't forget, if you want to go out and grab Galactic Civilizations 4 and the new DLC Tales of the Arnor, you can do so by following the link down in the description below and supporting this channel. If you enjoyed this video on Galactic Civilizations 4 and you'd like to see me play it more, you might want to watch me conquer the entire universe using the power of megastructures. To watch that, click the video on screen now.